So how was Gamerbase formed?
Gamerbase initially started off in 2007.
Yeah.
It started off in the Trocadero in London.
Yeah.
The guys behind it developed it for a year. HMV realised, there was some potential in this and decided to buy in, so they bought the company. Ever since then, we've been on the mission to progress, and we've opened up 3 new stores, one in Manchester here, a Glasgow store and a Reading store, with plans to build at least another dozen over the next 12 months.
That's great. I mean, there's quite a few across the country, obviously. I mean, what is your role within it?
My role is I'm the supervisor for the Manchester Centre, so I maintain daily operations here. On a national scale, I'm involved with the promotion, advertising, event organisation. Basically, anything along the lines of a large-scale tournament, I'll be involved with at some degree.
Just a quick question. Why Gamerbase is always downstairs?
Well, you'd be surprised, actually. The one in Glasgow is actually on the 2nd floor, and it's set aside beside a glass atrium, so it's very light. The one in Reading's on the 1st floor, and it's got its own dedicated floor, so we can do a lot of 24-hour events there. So, and in fact, the Trocadero is up an escalator.
I've already visited a few, so I can't really...
we're downstairs, we're in the basement, we call it our dungeon. Luckily, our stage area that we have adjacent to the games department means that we can maybe potentially have future tournaments like on this scale, or even bigger.
So what's Gamerbase's aim, basically?
Gamerbase is initially set up to provide a service for people, to offer a community for gamers to come together. First and foremost, we're about a community building. We're a business who's trying to just bring gamers together in a social atmosphere. Second to that, we've got ideas for doing large-scale tournaments to bring more awareness to gaming within the UK. And lastly, I guess we're just here as a part of the entertainment industry. We just want to have people come in and have a good time, from professional to casual, women, men, kids, elderly. It doesn't matter. We just want to put something on for people to enjoy themselves.
I mean, what can you see for what's that overall aim? Is just have as many in every city and every.
Yeah, well, like I said before, we've got potential to. We're definitely going to be building a lot more stores. HMV are very happy to roll these out wherever's possible. So if the store's big enough, we'll be trying to put one of these centres in there. Alternatively, we have the Gamerbase Light Pods, which are in 44 stores currently, which are essentially 2 Xbox, 2 PS3, which could all form part of a national grid of tournament pre-qualifiers, these kind of things. So we're in in 12 months' time, you'll probably be saying, how the hell do we do it? Because we're going to be very busy, trying to push Gamerbase, push gaming, bringing in the kind of foreign players, showing them what the UK is really capable of, and raising the bar so that we can go and compete nationally.
Would you ever sort of just have on its own? So Gamerbase, just for example, just on its own, purely just kitted out and not involved. Obviously, it is part of HMV, but not actually involved with HMV.
Well, there is a plan. I mean, essentially, our store in Reading is a little like that.
Yeah.
Instead of it being a purely HMV store, it is kind of a games department and a Gamerbase in one. So it's gaming centre and game retail, which is kind of what a gaming centre is anywhere in the world. So essentially, we are moving into that demographic. Any retail units where that proposes itself, we'll definitely be looking into that. Obviously, we're quite heavily tied with HMV, and we love the relationship we've got with them, so it works either way.
Yeah, that's great. So obviously we're here, as you can hear by the noise, at EGL, which is the European Gaming League. How did you actually get involved with this?
The EGL formed on the backbone of the event that was essentially cancelled from the ESGN at the Palace Hotel. We was approached as a potential host for a training session the day before the event was supposed to start, and then obviously when the event was cancelled, we was approached to say what could we do in terms of hosting a small-scale tournament. That small-scale tournament turned into a large-scale tournament, and we've actually turned into a massive-scale tournament. If you was here right now, you'd believe what I was saying.
Yeah.
And obviously, we've stretched a lot of our resources to try and accommodate. This event was initially supposed to be a community event, and I really believe we've delivered that.
Yeah.
But obviously, it does offer some future potential for more of these events at least in this centre and nationwide.
Yeah. The event so far is a success. Obviously, with a lot of hard work, as you can see yourself, all the other members just constantly running around. Yeah. If you had more time to prepare, what would you have done differently?
Right. This is the key. if we'd have had more time to prepare for this, well, there is an infinite amount of possibilities that we, as Gamerbase, would have liked to propose ourselves and set up differently. It's quite a. I don't know. Again, initially we was approached to just put something on for the community, so that the people who had already booked tickets and booked flights, whatever, had somewhere to come and play. It was either that or nothing. So we put on something that we've put together quickly, and hopefully it's worked. And hopefully the feedback we get will be great. We've developed some relationships. We've developed a lot of people. People have seen our gaming centre. So you know, there is the Gamerbase. I mean, we've got a lot of potential for what we want to do ourselves.
Yeah.
This isn't necessarily reflected in what we put on these last few days. There is a lot more to come from us. Yeah, so keep an eye out for it. Right.
What do you think of competitive gaming scene for the 360, especially COD and Gears of War? Now that you've actually seen it, I mean, has anything changed? What's your opinion on it?
Well, I mean, I've actually got no real experience personally. I mean, there's members of my team in Manchester who I've hired to look into the 360 community, like Halo, Gears, Call of Duty. From my personal standpoint, I'm a PC gamer, old school, Quake 3, etc. And I'm actually I feel a bit humbled by it. It is a remarkable scene. I'm blown away.
Yeah.
The players have good, manners. Mostly. I mean, they've really come in.
Game, obviously.
Well,
what do you think about that?
Well, no, I've no comment. There's been a few people who have stepped out of line, but it's a tournament. It's heated. People are building up hype. I love it. I love hype. We want to bring more console games to the forefront. Yeah. Street Fighter, Halo, Gears, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2 when it gets released. We're planning something big for that. Love it. Can't get enough of it.
Right, only a few more questions. A bit more on your personal perspective. Gears of War or Call of Duty on the 360, not PC.
No, I'm going to get a few thousand people complain about this, but I've never played Gears of War.
Right, really?
So
I don't like it. So.
Alternatively, I've never played COD on an Xbox, but I play COD a load on the PC. Right, okay. So I would, by default, say Call of Duty. Right,
final question. Who do you want to win the Call of Duty?
Well, I've got a good feeling about Infused. I've had a good talk to the guys the whole weekend. Really like the way that they manage the team and the attitudes that they've got. Yeah. Really like for those guys to walk away with it. Obviously, Team Cooler Master. I've made some good relationships with these guys. Yeah. I'd like to see them two in the final. Coins cost really who gets it, and I'm happy either way.
Right, that's great. Well, thanks very much. Cheers.
No worries. Okay.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was awesome. Right. I don't know what the passcode is.
Usually I have a camera in my face.
Craig. How do you stop it recording?